So, don't know why I'm opening the fridge. Guroopia comes out 30th of September. It's the 9th of August, so 5 weeks, that's great. But I completely overlooked the fact that I need like press to play this game and see this game. I need to send out keys long before the game comes out. So I really actually don't have that much time at all. I was thinking I could, push up to the final week before the release date and then submit it to Steam, but I need to get like the Gold Master done. So I've set myself a goal. I've got a week today. The game has to be done. I have to upload it to Steam a week today, next Friday. So that's enough time for reviewers to play it and stuff. Hopefully they'll like it and hopefully it won't bomb. Gosh, I really hope just somebody plays my damn game. I'm not like interested in making money, although it would be great to make money. It would be great to make back the fees it's costed to put it on Steam and stuff like that. That would be great. I just want people to play the game and enjoy it. So hopefully someone will play my damn game. It's just so much. I've never, commercially released an indie game. Is commercial the right word? I don't know. But Steam's the main PC marketplace platform. I literally have no idea how this is going to go. This will either, I'll release it, Steam will promote it, it'll get loads of sales and people will love it, or it will release and nobody will play it at all. That's the outcomes I'm preparing myself for. Yeah, so there's my thoughts right now. I've got a week deadline. I have to get this game done. I have to get all of the feature stuff, all of it done over the weekend. And then I think the rest of the week, next week, just testing over and over and over. I've released games before, but not commercially or whatever, so I've just uploaded them to the internet and nobody plays them, which is fine, because there's just so many indie games out there now. I mean, unless you really promote something, people aren't going to see it. This is the stage where I'm giving myself a deadline of a week, so this is the stage where I should just be solid testing. But last night I came up with an idea, because there's no replayability at the moment to the game. You complete the game, that's it. You get an achievement, but that's it. There's nothing unless you want to do it all again. So I've come up with an idea to make it more replayable and stuff, but that's a whole new feature, and I shouldn't be adding stuff like that into the game this late on in production. But I think it's really important I do it. And I can't believe I've left it this long to think of that, but I've thought of what I'm going to do, so it's going to be awesome. Yeah, here we go. We're a day later. It's probably close to 24 hours since I made that last video. But I've done the feature I want to implement for the end game. It's all working correctly, so obviously I need to just go over it again in the testing stage, but it's good. So I've got go back to my list. I've got a giant list of things I need to tweak, fix, and I'm finding bugs every now and then, so I'm fixing them as I go. So yeah, we're looking good so far. I wanted to get the end game sort of reward thing done by the end of the weekend, and it's Saturday evening, so maybe I can start testing tomorrow and just go full on testing. I don't know. Okay, it's Sunday night. So the weekend is pretty much almost over. And yeah, I think I've accomplished what I wanted to do over the weekend. I also made the executive decision to I've put 2 more levels into the game. And I did this because you shouldn't do stuff like this so close to releasing, obviously, because testing and stuff, but I was just thinking that basically I've put 2 levels in near the beginning of the game, so I've got a couple extra levels that will that are sort of quite easy. So there are a few more levels in the easier stage of the game, just a couple more levels that are sort of about the same in difficulty, just for people to get used to the mechanics, get used to the gameplay. So I think it works really well with that. Another thing I did, actually, what was level 1 is now technically part of the tutorial part of the game. So once you complete the original level 1, you can't go back to it. The reason of this, I did this because actually the level just doesn't work as a normal level. It's built and designed to help the player, figure out the mechanic and then sort of break the game, because you get the hat mechanic, so you can rotate and stuff like that. So the level's only for that. It's a very linear level, so you can only do it one way. So I just thought it doesn't work as an actual level in the game, like a proper level. So as soon as you've done that level, that's it, you can't go back to it. So what was level 2 is now level 1. And now because I've done that, I've added 2 more levels into there as well. So yeah, I'm happy where I'm at, all the work I've done over the weekend. I can rest now. I'll probably do some more tweaking tomorrow, and then, yeah, so tweaking tomorrow, and then I've got to finish like everything tomorrow. Like I've got to sign off on everything, and then literally the rest of the week just testing. So yeah, it's going to be a busy old week this week, but then I can just relax a bit during the time it takes for Steam to give me the green light and say, yeah, this is live. Although it's not live for public, but it'll be live for whoever has a key. So yeah, that's my thoughts, and we'll see what this next week brings. So cool. Okay, it's Monday night. I've made things feel a bit more fluid. I've actually tweaked some levels just a little bit, just for the game flow, so it feels a bit better. Last night I had a game testing session with my wife Hannah. She's only played the game a few times, and that's on purpose because I want her to have a fresh experience every time, so I can sort of learn from her test session. I recorded the session, I always record sessions so I can sort of look back, and I wrote notes and stuff like that. Yeah, and a lot of things came up. That's what's the great thing about game testing is getting people to test it and seeing how they react to things and how they perceive things, because I've learned things that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. So yeah, it's going well so far. Got a few days now to get the game fully complete. Yeah, should be okay, should be working good. But yeah, we're close now, we're close to the end, which is awesome. It's been a long journey, and yeah, hopefully by the end of this week the game will be done. I will submit it to Steam, and I'll start sending out keys to press and influencers and stuff like that. So
oh, I thought the boxes were gonna fall on me then. Oh, I like this hat, it's like a robin. Oh yeah.
Can you stop? You're shaking everything. I need you to stop doing that. So it's Tuesday, bit of a late start. I woke up late and then had to clean the house. Then I needed to get some exercise, so I worked out for about an hour, had a shower, and it's 10 to 3 and I haven't started doing anything yet. So I'm gonna make a point of tomorrow. I need to get up really early just to do crunch stuff. Yeah, I think it's okay today, but yeah, we'll see. I spent most of the evening pretty much. I decided to, because I just realised I've wrote all these original songs for the game. So I thought, why don't I release the soundtrack as a thing on Steam with it? So like you buy the deluxe edition and you get the soundtrack with it. So I've compiled the soundtrack and everything and all the artwork. I've set it all up on Steam. It took me hours because I didn't know how to do it. It's freaking confusing, Steam at times, but yeah. So you'll be able to buy the deluxe edition of Guroopia on Steam. I think it gives you a discount as well for the overall cost. So if you bought them separately, it will cost you more, but if you buy them as a bundle, you'll save money doing that. But like the soundtrack, like I'm not really interested in making money from it, but like I put it at the lowest price point they'll let me, which is 99 cents or 79p. So then I bundled those together, so as I say, you can buy those as a bundle, which is the deluxe edition. But yeah, I'm excited, I'm optimistic. It's cool. I'm really happy that I wrote a soundtrack for it. Because yeah. And actually, another thing I did today, I totally it slipped my mind. I actually wrote another track for the soundtrack. So I wrote another track. So for the in-game music, it won't change unless I get bored in the next couple of days. I might write another track why not? But there's 4 tracks that There's 4 tracks that will play in the game mode. And then of course there's other tracks from the story and then from the menus and stuff like that are in the soundtrack. But I wrote 1 track today for the actual, playing the game, and it sounds really cool. Very basic, but I love it. I'm really happy with it. So that was Tuesday. It is Tuesday, isn't it? I'm confused. Yeah, it is Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, yep. So tomorrow is Wednesday, Thursday, then Friday I have to submit the game to Steam. Yeah, so tomorrow I might do some more tweaking, but I think I should really then start testing, like full-on testing. So I'm gonna wake up super early tomorrow just to get ahead of the day, and because there's stuff I want to do as well. And then hopefully by this time tomorrow I'll have started testing and the game will be done. I'll just be testing. Yeah, it's crazy that this is almost coming to an end, game development wise. Then I got to do all the marketing and PR stuff. But yeah, cool. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Getting towards the end of Wednesday. It's 6:15 in the evening. I've been doing Guroopia most of the day, and it's pretty good now. I think it's done. I've done some stuff, but I'm just tweaking stuff at the moment, sort of playing it and playtesting it and tweaking it and stuff, and making sure there's no bugs. So I think I've entered the testing stage, the fully testing stage, just going over it repetitively, doing the same things over and over again, switching between control schemes, doing the exact same thing again, making sure there's no issues. But yeah, apart from that, I'm just tweaking stuff at the moment. I've done another level today. I did another level. I just wanted to have another level in there in that sort of first half of the game, just to make it flow a bit more. I could put more in, actually. I could put a few more in, but I've decided that's going to be it. So that's going to be it. So I'm going to continue testing, and yeah. Well, here we are, Thursday night, midnight now. Been working since I got home from work on the game. Yeah, I did the stupidest thing ever. Well, it's not stupid, it's not the wisest thing to do when you're about to, release a game. Up until this point, the game never had a pause feature. You couldn't pause the game, you could only quit out to the level selection screen or the main menu. I've implemented one. You can now pause the game, and it brings up a pause menu as well, so you can level select or go to main menu right from there. And I think it's great. How it worked before that was you just press the select button on the controller or the escape button on the keyboard, and it would go straight to the level select no matter what. Unless you're on the first part of the game where it's the tutorial and you don't have level select yet, then it would just go straight to the main menu. You'd be able to go back and forth to that really quickly, but in turn you couldn't pause the game. Now, this is a very stupid thing to do a day before I'm supposed to submit it, because this could potentially lead to so many game-breaking bugs. Adding something like this in at the end of the game's development, like with limited time, is probably the stupidest thing ever, but I think I've got it. I think it's okay. Because basically, it's not as simple as, implement a pause feature. You press a button and everything pauses. That's what happens, but to make that happen can be very complex, and things could be missed easily that could break things. for example, I could pause the game, yet the timer may still keep going and it would ruin the score. Or I pause the game and not everything would pause. I have to manually make sure everything stops moving. And it's even more complicated than that, because there are some things that are running in the game on timers. So they do things like on a timer, and then at the end of the timer, they start the timer again, on and off. If I pause the game, it doesn't stop the timer. It has to pause the timer where it's at and then resume that timer at that exact point. Otherwise, you could break the game. You could, potentially you could sort of like glitch the game out, all these things. So I've implemented this and I've been testing it all night. I've been going on every single like dialogue box, every single part of the game, all the tutorial, pressing start, pressing pause on and off to make sure I don't break anything, and make sure it does actually pause, and make sure you can't pause where you're not supposed to pause and you can pause where you are supposed to pause. But it's done. I'm very happy with it, and everything seems to be fine. I seem to have squashed all the bugs, ironed out all the creases. But yeah, I've put a pause menu in now, so I have to test even more tomorrow, over and over. It's going to be so repetitive, but I've got to do it. I've got to make sure this game is practically bug-free. I may have a bit more leeway if I was a AAA title, because the games are so big. I mean, games are guaranteed to have bugs at launch, but they get fixed really quickly because of, you know, updates and stuff. But my game, it's a very simple game, but at the same time it's not a very simple game, because I know the mechanics behind it and it's not simple at all. But yeah, breathe. Okay, it's 8:10 on Friday, and I've done it. I've just submitted my build to Steam to be reviewed. So this is it. I'm done. Well, unless I need to amend anything, if there's anything that Steam doesn't like that I need to change. But I can also change things at any time throughout the process of now and when the game actually releases anyway. I can change stuff, but in my mind, until things need to be updated, or maybe there's bugs that will be found, Guroopia is done. I'm done. Oh man, I'm so relieved. In a good way and in a bad way. I'm going to miss working on this game because I don't have any other games I'm working on. And also, I just really I've had so much fun making it, and even yesterday when I was just adding a pause feature, it took hours, and I actually really enjoyed it. I don't know why, but yeah, that's it. Everything's done, and also like, because it is hard work, you know. But it's done, and I'm happy. It's Friday night. I'm going to relax now. I'm going to go watch a movie or something. But yeah, Guroopia is done, and I hope for those of you watching it, if the game's out, I just hope that you played the game. I hope that you liked the game. If you did, please let me know. I'd like to know, because games take a while to make, and this game, this is my first commercially released game, like on Steam, which is a commercial platform or whatever, but it's the first one. I put my heart and soul into it. I think it's a good game. I don't think it's the best game in the world, but I think it's a good game for what it is. I think I've done it really well. So yeah, let me know your feedback. And thanks for watching this video. I don't even know how I'm going to edit it, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So thanks guys, bye bye.